September is National Sewing Month, and we are happy to have DIY expert Denise Wild here to show us the latest in sewing machines. And we do mean the latest, Denise. Some of these are pretty incredible looking.
It's pretty fancy. There's a lot of things happening. So when you're choosing a sewing machine, you might be overwhelmed. What should you look for? What do you need? And I've broken it down into your skill level. So we're starting with a beginner machine, and then we'll move over to an advanced machine.
All right, so beginner.
So, exactly. So if you're a beginner, you want to look for some great beginner features like a speed control. So this, you don't have to worry about getting caught up going too fast. You can bring the speed down as you're focusing. And then this also has an automatic needle threader. So think about the time that you spend and the frustration trying to get the thread through that little tiny eye of the needle. This has an automatic threader. It happens instantly for you. Another great feature to look for as a beginner is a drop-in bobbin. Now, all of these machines here have drop-in bobbin functionality, but what this does is it gives you a smoother sewing experience. So you'll really notice if you've used an older machine before, as soon as you switch to one with drop-in load, it sews like butter, and it's really such a difference.
Okay, this is something I guess people are coming back to as a hobby.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You know, it's a great skill to have. It's very functional, and it serves a lot of great purposes at home, but it's also fun to do. You know, it's a creative expression. It's a way to kind of relax and unwind, you know, whether you're doing crafts or making clothes or doing home decor or even fixing things.
Create one-of-a-kind things.
Exactly.
Well, this one looks pretty streamlined.
Yes, so let's move over. This machine has all the same features and functions, but a little bit of extra details. So this great one has what's called a sideways sewing feature. So the machine normally just sews forward and backward, but this machine actually sews from side to side.
Wow.
So that's great when you're putting on patches or appliques or anything like that where you have a difficult time going into the corners. You can also design your own custom stitch. Let's see, there's a custom stitch feature here. You press this button. This is kind of a double heart that I designed before. You draw it out, punch it into the machine, and then it's there for you. You can sew again and again.
Amazing. Okay, what is this?
Okay, this one we've been eyeing for a while. This is Brothers' top-of-the-line dream machine. This is really such a fancy sewing embroidery machine, and it pretty much does everything for you. So the great thing about this machine is it has a really, really large work surface for you. If you're quilting or doing embroidery, it makes it easier to work with, or even your garments. A large LCD screen, and this one has a built-in camera. So you can actually watch with a camera view as you're sewing so that you can get right in there for details. Another great thing about this is it has a built-in scanner. So if you have young kids, they might do a little drawing at school that you love. You can put it underneath on the bed of your machine, have the machine scan it for you. It'll instantly turn it into an embroidery pattern, and then you can put it on clothes, on towels, on gifts.
Wow. This is for people who are serious about their
This is if you're really serious. Yeah, exactly. So when you're looking for a sewing machine, think about your skill level. Think about what is it that you want to do, and that's what you'll do when you go out to find one of these machines.
We should just mention that fancy one at the end is pretty pricey.
It's pretty pricey. It's $14,000, so you're saving up for it. But you know, it really does everything for you. It's such an amazing machine.
Okay, and there's one more here at the end.
So this is called a serger. This is different from a sewing machine in that it cuts and finishes. So the inside of your t-shirt, kind of that zigzag that you see, this machine does that for you. It's got 3, 4, and even 2 thread capabilities. So this does something different, but this is another machine that you might want to think about. If
gives you a real professional finish.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. And all these machines, if you go to brother.ca, you'll find your local authorized dealer, and then you can find where to pick them up.
All right. Very interesting. Thanks, Denise.